Hello everyone, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we will be cutting the lime leaf and lily soap, and we will also be making an orange scented soap. And let me go turn this fan off because I think it's going to be making noise. So just a moment. Hope everybody is having a good week. Okay, I'm back here with this. Okay, fan is off. Hopefully now there won't be any extra sound here. Hi Ian, welcome. Hi Lorna, welcome. Oh, the first minute got cut off. Can you hear me? Okay, well Ian says the first minute or so got cut off. Can hear you now. Okay, so Ian said we missed about the first minute or so and wants me to repeat this. So what I was saying is that we'll be cutting the lime leaf and lily soap and also be making an orange scented soap. And I apologize, my cough is still not 100% gone. Hopefully soon, but right now it's still here. Let me just see and adjust this camera. There we go. And I'm going to clean off the wires real quick on this cutter. All right. Okay. I gotta put some gloves on, so I'll be doing that. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Lorna. I do hope it gets better as well, just because it's a little bit annoying when I try to do things like live streams or anything where I have to talk. Because, of course, you know how it is when you have a cough. You'll think it's gone, and then as soon as you try to do something like talk or sleep, it comes back. And just enough to be irritating. But I'm sure it won't last forever, so. Okay. And things are going to be a little bit busy still for the next probably a week or so, but I'm going to try to stick to the schedule as much as possible. And then once everything is back to normal on my end, then I will be posting the soaps that we made in my Etsy shop so that you guys can find them. I know I've been falling behind on that and I apologize. So I will be getting that taken care of. You're going to be gone August and September? Where that sounds cool. Where are you going? Just going to line this up. This smells really good. This is a very bright, fresh, clean scent. It smells really good. Oh, thank you, Lorna. Yeah, I wanted to go with something kind of fresh looking, so I stuck with the green and white. I thought it was a pretty color. You never know how it's going to look until you try it. I'm also going to move all this stuff out of here because I want to take out the individual bar and show you guys how that looks. Oh wow, no cell service. Alright, so here's the individual bar. I'll just pop this out real quick. So that's how that looks. I like the lines that it has going down the sides. That came out kind of cool. So that's the individual bar. And then we'll cut this one. I haven't been to Yukon before. That sounds like fun. Alright. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and line this up and cut it. There we go. Alright, let's take the middle and see how this looks. There we go. Oh, look, we got some, I think I can't remember, glycerin rivers. I love those. They give the soap kind of a marbled look. I apologize. I don't think the camera's picking that up at all. Alright, here's the other side. So we got some nice swirls in there. And you can see like there's the light green and the dark green. There's a clear separation, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to lay this down here and see if the camera will pick up the details. This particular camera is not really meant for this, so it doesn't like to focus. All right. And here's this next bar. And you can see the really cool glycerin rivers in there and the different shades of green. This came out pretty good. I'm really glad that I went with just a little bit of that dark green because I wanted it to add some dimension but not take over the whole bar. Oh, it smells really good. And this is how the top looks. It's got that pretty swirl on top. And then here's this one. Oh, that's kind of cool. You've got like a circle down there. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Ian. Really glad that they came out okay. And then here are the end pieces, which, as you know, I like to cut those up for samples. They have like these little circles on either side. That looks really neat. Really happy with how these turned out. So let me go ahead and set these aside. I'm just going to clean my hands off first. And I'll put them on the shelf so they can start curing. Okay. Just going to go over here, open this. All right. Just making a spot for them real quick. Let's see. I think I'll put them here next to the Frankenstein soap. He could probably use some bright freshness in his life. Okay. All right, I'll put these over there. And then we'll put the little individual bar. There we go. Okay, all set. So that is how the lime turned out. That did smell really good. I like lime, usually. So I really wanted to try that fragrance and see what it was like. Just move all this back out of the way without pushing it off the table. Okay, that seems good. And we'll get these soap crumbs. And I'll just put them in here. And like I said on, I think it was Monday's video, I mentioned that I got something, I have a cool idea anyway. There's something that I found out about that I'm probably really far behind on, but it's also something that people have asked me for and asked me about, and I was never really able to, I didn't have everything I needed to do it. So I went ahead and ordered the things I was missing. It was just a couple little things. Most of it is here now. I'm only waiting on one more item. You've been going there for 7 years to Yukon? Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, all the travel restrictions have made it so kind of difficult to do anything. Okay. All right, so here is the oil and the second container. Let's take this off. I'm just going to take my trusty stain spatula here and go around. And this is just some oil that didn't fully melt, and it's okay. It's really soft. It'll blend right in. This is going to be for the second color. I'm going to be using some white titanium dioxide, and I'll also be using this orange here, which is Orange Vibrance by Nurture Soap. And if you end up liking any of these, I've got the titanium dioxide and the Orange Vibrance. You can get both of those. You can get at Nurture Soap. I have an affiliate link down below if you want to try that out. It doesn't cost you anything extra to order through the link. It just helps me out. And I can say that, everything here that I use is stuff that I would use again. So unless I say otherwise, unless I say, oh, I don't like how this color turned out or something, but generally speaking, everything I get from them is something that I really like and I would continue to use. So their micas are very, very pigmented. They have some beautiful colors, and everything holds up really well in soap, and they have notes for everything. So if you're not sure, like, does it change in soap? Does this happen, that happen? You can see in the notes before you buy it so that you don't end up getting a color that does something unexpected. For the fragrance, this is one from Nurture Soap also. It's called Orange Cognac, I guess. I don't know how to, I don't know what that is, but it sounded good. It smells, it's very orange, but it smells very similar to the Taste the Rainbow fragrance that I like to use a lot. It has kind of like that Skittles kind of smell to it, but it's a little bit different. It's similar, but not the same. And I wanted to give it a try. So we'll be using that. And this has, yeah, let me just smell it again. Yeah, there's something else there. I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's very fruity and citrusy and very, very nice. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Oh, so you go up there to help a friend out? That's pretty cool. Oh, I am missing my face shield. Let me get that. I'm just going to have to take my headset off for 1 second. There we go. Okay. Yes, the face shield is very important. I need to look like I'm doing serious business here. That's impossible without official looking equipment. Now this says that on these fragrances they put the notes. So it says it will not accelerate or discolor. So in theory we could add it first. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and add this first. We'll just add, that's about an ounce or so of fragrance, which is fine for the 1 pound batch here. I'm just gonna mix that in, and then I will blend in the. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. And this is a light water. It's already got the sea salt and everything in there. I'm just gonna pour this in. And I've never had any trouble with their fragrances accelerating unless they were, florals or something that's going to accelerate anyway. And they tell you on the notes if that happens. And then, as you know, I just kind of work around it when that sort of thing happens by mixing the fragrances in later or doing it in smaller batches and making sure that the batter has been cooled down. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stick blend this a little bit, and then we'll separate it into the different colors. Just going to tap this here. Trying to get those little bits of oil. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. I don't need to worry about getting it to trace or anything. I just wanted that blended so I could separate out a little bit for the white. I don't want a whole lot of white. I want it to be more like an accent in the swirl. Actually, I have a fun idea. Let's do something else. Let's put a little more. Yeah, that's good. And then let's add the white. Have to shake this bottle really good. Okay. And this is just titanium dioxide that I mix in some oil so that it blends into the batter a little more easily. I'm going to do this with a spatula first, just because titanium dioxide tends to make the batter accelerate a little bit. And I do like to stick blend it in, regardless, but first I mix it in, make sure I get it as light as I want it before stick blending. Okay, I think a little bit more maybe. Okay. All right. Okay, this looks good enough. So now what I'm going to do is we will switch it to this. I'm going to stick blend this, like I said, because I like to make sure this is really well mixed in. Okay. And then we're going to put the orange, whoops, in this side. Okay, so here's the orange. And if I need to add more, I will, but I think this will probably be enough. Now I'll use this first. I'm just going to whisk it. That way, once again, I don't have to overdo it with the stick blender. Actually, that's a really nice orange. I don't think I need to add any more. Okay. I don't even know if I need to stick blend this. Okay. I will, though, just because I stick blended this side, and if I don't, then we'll end up with uneven, like this batter is thicker than that one kind of a situation. Which doesn't hurt anything, but just a second. I also want to make sure that it's fully mixed because, as you saw, I didn't really do a whole lot of stick blending in the beginning. Chemistry experiments, I know. Just wait. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, just wait. I mean, if I ever get spare time and money, I'll buy a chemistry set, and then you'll be sorry. Okay. So what I want to do is pour in some of this orange. Okay. Maybe a little more. Okay. So some orange goes in, and then I want to pour in a little bit of the white. Maybe a little more. There we go. Okay. Is it going to blow up? Hopefully. What fun is a chemistry set if there aren't any explosions? Okay. And now we've got this, like, pale, kind of peachy orange. That looks pretty cool. So I'm going to pour this in. Okay, making sure it's in the frame still. Just going to kind of pour that in. So now you got these two shades of orange. Then we'll pour in the white. There we go. That looks good. All right. Then I'm going to turn it this way. Yeah. Looks like I got some writing on there. Okay. And then we will, I'm going to swirl this. So hopefully we will end up with some really nice swirls that are two different shades of orange and then a little bit of white. And hopefully I didn't overmix. Every time I think, oh, I for sure overmixed this, it's never actually overmixed. So, yeah. If it happens, this will be the first time. So that'll be history in the making, I suppose. Okay. And then I'm just going to scrape down the sides because, you know what? This mold, there is a nail on the bottom that's not completely flush, and so it causes this mold to drag when I move it, and it rocks kind of side to side just slightly, just enough to where I can feel it, and it's bothering me. So I'm putting it up on this towel here. Okay, let me grab my swirl tool. I wasn't, oops, let me see. Wasn't sure if I was gonna do a swirl or not, but I guess I decided to. So let me go get my +1 chopstick of swirling and take this face shield off. Just a second. There we go. Because nothing says excitement like risking your vision. Okay, I'm going to put some white on top of this. And yeah, I'm going to go like this. Just swirl on some white there. Alright. And like last time, well, like I was saying last time, I tend to make the swirls really big. I'm going to attempt making these more narrow. Oh, wait, first let's tap out any air bubbles. Let's actually do this correctly. Okay, there we go. So if I need to go this way first. I want to end with going this way. So let's start over here. Okay, it's a little more narrow. So far, so good. I always feel like they're too close together and they end up being way further apart than I expect. All right, so there's that. I'll just clean this off here. Okay. Then we'll go this way. And I'll try to keep this close together. Here we go. Okay, so that is possible for me to not do this incorrectly. I can actually make like a little comb tool that will, it is like looks like a comb, and you just drag it through one way and drag it through the other way. I could do that. Kind of takes time and effort and whatnot, but we'll see. So that is how this will. I hope that this is showing up, because on my screen it looks really blown out, like you can't see the colors, but in real life you've got this nice contrast between the orange and the white. Okay, I'm just going to clean up the edges again because I don't learn. Okay. Well, I guess I did. I literally just learned about the swirling, but you know what I mean. All right. All right, there we go. Okay, so when I unmold this, there shouldn't be a lot of like soap overhanging. And now, for something completely different, let's make this individual mold. I'm gonna get the soap crumbs out of here. It's got lots of pieces from the previous soap in here. Oh, and also, before I forget, if you are enjoying this video and want to see more, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out. And that project I mentioned, I'm like I said, I'm waiting for one more item, and then I can show you what it is. If I had it today, I could show you today, but it didn't arrive yet, sadly. All right, let me get this in here. Just scrape this off. Now, this to me, it does smell like that Skittles fragrance a little bit, and I don't know. Like I said, there's something else, and I don't know what it is, but it's good, and it's this is very, so far the scent is very strong, which is nice, and hopefully that means it's going to last here. Well, thank you, Lorna. I'm glad you like it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and scrape this in here. But I have a lot of fragrances that I like, and some of them, they do fine in soap, like they make great soap, but sometimes I just have way more than I could ever use. And that started a while ago. I used to, before lockdown happened and all that, I was doing, craft shows and stuff, and I could use up the fragrances, a little faster than I do now. So since I don't think I'll be going back to craft shows, I haven't really found any good ones in my area. So I had an idea, and I remembered something that you guys had asked for before, and so I thought, well, I'll give it a try, and I went ahead and got, like I said, I ordered this stuff, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. I'm going to put the soap in here. Okay, there we go. Whoops. That was a little more than I thought it was. Let me pull that out of there. Yeah. So as soon as that item arrives, probably the next live that I do, I will show you what it is. And I've got my little soap crumbs in here. I'll add this to the soap crumbs, and we'll make a great big crumb. I guess if it's a big crumb, it'll become a chunk, and then eventually the chunk will become a bar. And I can use it for testing purposes or whatever. All right. Okay, there we go. If I clean out these containers now, rather than, as much as I can, rather than waiting until later, they're just a lot easier to clean. Okay. even though it's like soap and technically already clean. All right. I'm just going to flatten this. Might end up with a layered bar out on the side. Okay. What did I do with my chopstick? Ah, jumped out and bit me. Okay. I think I'll do swirls on this one. There we go. Okay. Good enough. So, this is this soap here, this orange cognac or whatever it's called. Oh, here we go. I'll put this up here. There you go. Now you can see. I'll be back Monday to cut this. And if you guys have any suggestions on other things you'd like to see me make, any fragrances or any ideas, let me know. If I have the stuff, we can do it. I probably do have most things because, like I said, I have so many fragrances now. But yeah, just let me know. And because I do enjoy doing your designs. And I will see you guys next week. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. And I hope to see you guys on Monday. You guys have a great night.